Well, certainly as the EFF delivers its manifesto, the second manifesto in history, to these thousands of supporters that are gathered here at GIANT Stadium in Soshanguve, Pretoria, political parties from across the continent in Africa have come here to actually show their support, to actually tell the EFF that we are in this thing together. Don't hesitate in your mission to make it a point that you hear as much as possible when it comes to the voters here in the country and of course across beyond borders. I'm joined by Mr. Innocent Ndibali. He's the president of the Zimbabwe EFF. Mr. Ndibali, good morning to you and thank you so much for your time. Now you are here to attend this manifesto launch of the EFF. Why the need to come here?
First of all, good morning. We are here to lend a hand of support and solidarity to the Commander-in-Chief, Comrade Julius Malema. I'm sure by now you must be aware that the economic freedom revolution is not a South African issue, it's a continental issue. So we've come here to listen and support and learn from the Commander-in-Chief of the economic freedom, emancipation in the African continent as a whole.
What have you learned thus far?
We have since learned quite a lot from the Commander-in-Chief. We have learned as he's an inspirational leader, not only to the youth of the continent of Africa, but to the youth as a whole, to the black child across the world. You will realize that across the world, the Commander-in-Chief is inspiring a lot of young people. Our young people in Zimbabwe are exceptionally inspired by the Commander-in-Chief.
Now, they are launching their manifesto today. You guys, I understand as well, you're going to be partaking in by-elections back in Zimbabwe. Looking at the campaign trails between the two of you, any similarities?
Yes, we have since launched a massive campaign in a constituency called Luveve Country Park. So we see a lot of similarities because there is a lot of energy, the young energy. There is a lot of planning that has gone into our campaign. So you can see here we are witnessing a massive project that has been well planned, well prepared for, and it is a massive program that we are hoping to learn quite a lot.
Now, in recent weeks and months in Zim, we've seen quite a lot of, violence unfolding there following the increase on fuel prices, locals expressing their dissatisfaction there. Now you are here in South Africa to witness the EFF launch its manifesto. What is it that you'd like to see being done by the EFF, if at all, to try and advise you on how to deal with such situations?
I think the Commander-in-Chief has been very clear. First of all, I think the Commander-in-Chief has condemned the violence, the appalling violence, the targeting of the civilian. We have condemned the same violence, and we have seen that even the extent of switching the internet, we have condemned, and the Commander-in-Chief has condemned such moves. But when it comes to the program that is being done here, we believe that we can learn quite a lot because we can see people are free to express themselves. People have got freedom of association. I have not seen violence. I have not seen the police. I have not seen the army following anyone. So I hope we can take back home the kind of freedoms that are here. We hope that by our work, by participating in the Zimbabwean politics, we will contribute in creating a conducive environment so that come 2023, our elections will be done in a conducive and level playing field.
Now, as you head back home, what message would you like to leave to the EFF building up to the elections in May here in South Africa?
I want to say to the EFF, they must now get ready to govern. There are a government in waiting. EFF has won. I want to say to the ANC, they must concede defeat. They must ensure that these elections are free and fair. They must ensure that no, dirty campaigning. I want to say to the Commander-in-Chief, congratulations, you've already won, and we can't wait to come and celebrate with you the victory of 2019.
Innocent Ndibali, President of the Zimbabwe Economic Freedom Fighters, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Well, there you have it. Innocent Ndibali, the President of Zimbabwe Economic Freedom Fighters, saying that congratulations to Julius Malema. He's already won the elections. Appealing to the ANC as well that they must just concede defeat because the EFF is here to govern. With that, it's back to you in studio in Auckland Park.
Finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about the revolution, times. Talking about the revolution, times. Malema for president, Malema. Malema for president, Malema. Yes, I'm living in a world of dizziness. Yes, I'm living in a world of craziness. Yes, I'm living in a world of confusion. I'm living in a world of confusion.